Welcome to this week's Whiskey Burn. I'm talking about the Bunnahabbain, but more importantly, the fact that it's a traveller exclusive and a limited edition run. Is this just another ploy for companies to get money out of us, or is it actually worth something and decent? So the price of this, it was on an offer and it was about £60. Okay, so, I mean, check out the bottle. I think that's going to be sherry heaven, that. Sherry bomb galore. I think the bottle's actually coloured rather than it just being the colour of the whiskey, but we'll find out because I'll do a tasting. Ba-doing. So, Bunnahabbain, the Cladach. Okay, Cladach. It says limited edition release, 50%, 1 litre, world traveller exclusive. Okay, so it does say here, Cladach is the shore in Gaelic. A rich sherry influence and aromas of fruits, nuts and spice, which is what I would expect from Bunnahabbain. Anyway, it does have tasting notes, colour, amber gold, nose, dried fruit, caramel, vanilla with rich sherry notes. So that sounds really nice, that. Creamy and smooth on the palate with rich sherry, nuts, spice and briny coastal undertones. Finish long and lingering with hints of rich dried fruit. So, it says traveller exclusive, meaning you can only buy these at things like the airport and, from what I'm led to believe, select airports as well. So I'm kind of wondering, are they worth it? Or is it a ploy to get money out of me, you and anyone else who goes through airports? Excellent. Another successful lid takeoff here. So Bunnahabbain, I'm expecting sherry from this. Very nice. And it does say it on the tin as well. On the back of the bottle, it has its usual spiel. This limited edition release takes the senses on a long and exciting journey. Well, there we go. So, Bunnahabbain. Easy, nice pop. Definitely getting the sherry hit on that. Big sherry hit. It says dried fruit, caramel and vanilla with rich sherry notes. Ooh, that's really, really nice. Definitely getting the sherry notes on that and dried fruit. Oh, that's nice. But let's give it a little bit of airing. Let's pour us a little dram out there. It says it should be golden in colour. So let's have a look. What do you think? That is pretty golden. That's what you'd expect from a sherry cask. I'd say I would have thought it might have been a bit darker than that, being a sherry cask, but golden, beautiful. On that, wow, completely changed it. I'm getting more dried fruit and the sherry. I mean, it's 50%, so we've got to remember 50%. You're going to get the alcohol hit. Give it a bit of time. And the alcohol go. Now, I did a tasting the other night on Speyside, and what we realised was that whiskey rocks are quite important because someone said, I like the coolness because it takes a lot of the harsh edge off, and they were using ice, but I said, if you tried whiskey rocks, bung them in the freezer, put it in here, it won't water it down, but it will cool it down, and therefore changing the complexity of the whiskey. There you go. I'm not getting the nuts on this. Caramel, vanilla, not really. For me, it's lots of fruit and sherry. Let's give it a little try. Oh, that is rich. Really nice. Fruity. And it does have a lovely long finish. Oh, that is really nice. So what am I expecting here? Creamy and smooth, with rich sherry, nut spice and coastal. Well, I'm not getting any coastal undertones. I'm not getting salt air or that kind of thing. The smell is probably more coastal because it's fresh. Really nice, that. Back of the mouth and a lovely long finish. That is creamy. Really nice. So it is creamy. I'm not getting any coastal, not really getting, it said on it, what is it, caramel or vanilla. Didn't get any of that at all. But what's your thoughts? Comment below and let me know. Do you think that airport ones are worth it? But you do get a lot more because you get a litre bottle as opposed to a not litre bottle, a 700. So I think it's another way of making money. The fact they stick limited edition release on it, again, it's another one of those, ooh, you should buy this because it's only a limited run, but then they'll just bring out a different one next year, the year after. Tough. Okay, the ice has just brought out sherry. Absolute beautiful. I'm getting the slightest hint of vanilla, but predominantly more sherry. Absolutely creamy. Really smooth. The ice has absolutely smoothed this. Made it even smoother than it was. Little bit of nuts. Predominantly, this is predominantly sherry. Sherry. So the Bunnahabbain and Cladach, which you could only buy as a travel exclusive, it's really nice. It's 50%, so it's got that kick to it. But the ice has smoothed it, the ice has cooled it. And I think it's really nice, that. So there you go, Bunnahabbain. Let me know what you think about things like when you go to the airport. Is there too much choice? Because when I look around, there's just bottle after bottle. And they always seem to have those really expensive ones for like 500, 600, 700, 800 quid. And I'm then like, people actually buy this? There was a Macallan there that was through the roof, like over £1,000. But if you've got the money, I guess you can afford it. Anyway, the Bunnahabbain and Cladach, to me, very nice. Better with ice. But that's it for this week on the Whiskey Burn. Enjoy your whiskey, and I'll catch you soon. Sláinte.